Doing me. And of course I had to name this a little funny. So this is extra for the D. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and give Mr. D some energies for today. And we're going to see what we got going on. See what kind of things come up. And I'm going to go ahead and shuffle my cards while I do this, hoping that he returns. So y'all get to hear me yap it up. There we go. I told you. It's going to be extra for the D. Why? Because you're Mr. Douglas and I ain't want to really put you out too bad. I read a little bit of your situation and I think my best comment to you is when you're dealing with a narcissist, run for the fucking hills. Because that's what she seems to sound like. Based off of what I was able to attract. I'm talking about the Scorpio. Because she's using her abilities too much. I know, right? Woo woo, this party over here. One thing that you need to learn, Mr. D, is don't deal with that bullshit. And you're a man, too. So you gotta give me some additional information that I previously didn't know before on a man's opinion. But why? Does she only want the D? How good are you giving that to her? Because you will fuck up our heads. If your sex is good, I'm gonna want you. Yes. I understand you're a Scorp. That's why I don't like the Scorpio thing, because it's too much. See? And that's why. It's because that's the addiction that she can't get over. Because I've been there before. Oh my goodness. You must be good. She, of course, that's what she wants from you. You give her what she needs in that sense. And that's what she keep on calling you. Oh, you talking about that Cancer. But the Cancer's your neighbor. What else is good? Sex can't be the only thing. Oh yeah, I'm nosy. I'm the nosiest one that you will ever meet. But what about that Scorpio? How you going to sit there and say that you want to marry a Scorpio but you're cheating? Why are you cheating? That should let you know right there that you need to end one conversation for the other. Look at you hiding. Why you hiding? As a Scorpio, you're supposed to be opening all your bullshit and you telling me that you're not? Then who are you with? Ah, you're playing. You're just playing the field. But see, you sit there and say you're playing the field, but you got somebody asking you to marry? Did I get that right? But you're thinking about her. Do you talk to her? Oh, and you told her no, right? I hope you didn't have sex with her. Were you honest? Did you say no? Or did you beat around the bush? Because I know how we can get. So were you honest or did you beat around the bush? Oh yeah, I'm going to want to know all your business. And if you choose, all you have to do is request. Cancer betrayed me and went to the police line that I was harassing her. Because you live next door. That's why you want to move. But I wouldn't move with the Scorpio. That's the only reason why you want to move. Yeah. Told you, watch those cancers. They crazy. I can't seem to get rid of mine. Like, yo, stop fucking calling me. So that's crazy. I know, right? Got to make sure my cards are shuffled. So, you're not with the Cancer. That's been a year, but you're still bringing it up. Why would you do shit like that? Yeah, you crazy for real. Why would you do some shit like that? Look at you. You doing too much. See, that's what you did. Perfect example of addiction, everybody. Why are you worried? Why are you worried? That's my thing. If she lets you go, there's something that you needed to learn about yourself. You haven't learned yet, and why are you still worried about her and what the fuck she does? It doesn't change your life. All it does is keep you in your fucking head. And as a Scorpio, from one to another, get the fuck out your head. Why are you doing that to her? She don't want you. And as a human, you need to accept the fact that, yeah, there's just going to be some people that just don't like you. I had to accept that. And I've said it plenty times. I had to accept that people don't like me. Some people don't like me because of my color. Some people don't like me because of my attitude. But you know what that doesn't change? It doesn't change who I am. Why? Make peace for what? Do you have kids with them? If you got kids, I can understand, but then a protection order would just cause issues. And you accept, okay, you've learned something about yourself, and it's time to move on. That's a good thing. No kids. That means that there's no connection that needs to be there. Sometimes people are brought in our lives to show us a message, and we move on. So, Mr. Douglas, I need you to move on. Life is out there. Stop worrying about that bullshit. She don't want you. She clearly let you know in many ways. And you chose not to move on. See, that's a message for me too. But I moved on. I'm just in my head a little bit. And I'm avoiding those thoughts as we speak. So, Mr. Douglas, you need to move on, love. Because at the end of the day, you matter most, not her. Because you see the way she treats you. Is that the kind of love that you want in life? I don't know about you, but I don't. And we are here to help you move on. Help you get out of that energy. And you's a grown fucking man. Move the fuck on. Somebody out there is going to have something good for you. Trust me when I tell you. You just have to let go and move on. It's hard, trust me. I'm not going to act like I'm the saint and I have moved on. Because I really haven't. But I'm making my steps. I'm doing my steps so I can move on. Because I know that's the energy that I don't like. And I had to get away from that. Because I'm too happy of a person to deal with that bullshit. We create what we did. You create everything that you have. But with knowledge, hopefully you can change your mindset. Because you're a grown-ass man. And I'm hearing you like, you don't want to move on? No, it's just hard to move on. Because of what you want. Your ego is taking control. Somebody else is out there for you. You just got to search for them and find them. That's only if you want to be with somebody else. And we have to find people to love us like we love ourselves. Um, well, that's what we're going to be here today talking about. That's what we're going to hope to see right now. Because I don't like, me, myself, to be honest, is I don't like that Scorpio. Um, but there has been many successful Scorpio relationships. I just don't think I'm the type that I can deal with a Scorpio. That's good. See? That's why you keep on thinking about that Cancer. It's because that's where your passion was. You felt something with her. And that can be hard to let go. That can be hard to let go, love. But I don't see no connection. Like, you felt that way, but she didn't. That's why you need to know yourself and know what type of love that you need. Because you are shown love that you need. Oh, well, that's good. It's time to move on to somebody else. And that's good because you can do it freely without having that in the back of your mind. So that is good. Because I'm trying to get over that right now and I can't seem to get over that aspect. And I'm trying my best to get over that aspect of the sex so I can move on. And you've already gotten over that. So now you don't feel sexually attracted to... Oh. See, there goes your ego again. Because you're worried about what happens to her. And I'm going to say that that's none of your business, love. Because everyone gets their karma. And at the end of the day, you have to put your faith and your trust. Then bingo. At the end of the day, you have to put your faith and your trust in the karma. Because there's some situations that I was so mad, crying mad, and I wanted to do something about it. I tried to do something about it, and it's like I got laughed in my face. And at the end of the day, you got to take yourself out of it. You got to take your ego out of it. Because your ego is what fuels that negative energy. Yes, it will. It better be fun. Shit. But we need to grow away from that negative energy. It's no reason to sit there and be like, oh, I hope this happens. I hope that happens. I'm not even going to worry about it. What I like to say is in due time, you'll get your karma. I did what I needed to at the time. I made sure I did it in loving ways. And if it just wasn't accepted, it just wasn't accepted. You will get your own karma. I don't need to be around to see it. All right, so let's see what we got going on. So this is about your Scorpio. No, this is about something new. You want something new? This is something new. Because that's what you want, right? You want something new. You don't want nothing old. You want something new. Bam! No. Think of it in a positive way. Yep, so Mr. D, think of it in a positive way. What did you learn about yourself in that situation? You fed the misery to them. Let's think about you and what you did in this situation. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's not about them. So what did you accept them to do to you that you learn that you don't want no more of that bullshit. Bam. So, there goes the lesson that you needed to learn about yourself. That you was not going to deal with that bullshit. And look how long it took you to learn your message. Look how long you was in those situations. I don't know about you. Mine was like a year. Maybe a little bit more. Because I had to learn. And I didn't want to see the message at first. So I had to take some time and I had to learn. So let's talk about something new. Who you got new coming in your life? Me too. I had almost a year and a half. Actually, a year and 2 months. I'm still trying to move on. So I smoke and I know things. Let's see what I know. I want to know Mr. Douglas. Let's see what Mr. Douglas got going on. 43-year-old Scorpio. All right, ask the question because I don't know what to ask. Let's see who you got coming in. Ha ha ha. You got material difficulty. Oh, I'm sorry. I got wrong. I do apologize. Thank you for pointing that out. Material difficulty. 5 of stones. I'm not going to say that you're in material difficulty. What I'm saying is what you have already discussed. You have learned how to hold back from that bullshit. You're not being left out in the cold. You're learning that you don't ever want to be in the cold. They're being the ones that's left out because you're holding back. You're holding back all your pennies. And you're just sitting there just to see, as the time goes by, what's going to happen. Politicians. Ooh. Did you go to work on me? How you going to switch to live and then go straight to work? And then you're dealing with politicians in Argentina? Makes me question. That next year, beginning of the year. Ooh. You got a lot of stones coming up. Oh, scientists. Oh, so you, oh my goodness. You just gave me some additional information about yourself. You're a smart, dominant man. And you let her get control. My Scorpio, my Scorpio. Watch out with that. And what I mean by is don't assume just yet. Because things come your way for a reason. And it's good to be cautious. It's definitely good to be cautious. But don't over assume. Because this change that happened this year may be a realization or something to come in the greater years. So yes, it's okay to be cautious currently in a position, but also think about the positives that are coming from it. Like, what positives did it bring? Because you're worried about the negative aspects with a certain individual when you need to be worried about the bigger picture. Like, why were you brought there? It's not because of her. No, she was just your end. That was the universe's way of saying, okay, this is the only way I can bring him in. Because I need him to make moves. So don't think about the backhand of it. Because at the end of the day, we're all searching for a better future. Right. So keep that in mind. Because we don't know how things are going to grow in life. But we know that they're growing. Because we can see the changes that have been made. So keep that in mind. Okay. Well, just be cautious and still watch it. You know, at the end of the day, you know what you know. And there goes that change. We are on a positive channel here, Mr. Douglas. And the way I depict the death card is you upgrading to a better you. No, no, not death, not rebirth. You're moving on to a next level. Think of it that way. And as you move on to, think about a snake shedding its skin. Think of, yeah, there we go. Because the snake definitely depicts the Scorpio in certain ways. And the reason why it depicts it is because it just grows bigger and bigger. And that's how I see myself in life with more knowledge. All I do is grow bigger and better. So the death card is more of a positivity thing for me. It's as you grow, you shed that skin and you move on to a bigger person. So think of this death card as a growth. And in the situation that you're in there because you need growth. But are you sexually active with her? You bring her in, and the first thought to my mind is, are you sexually active? Because how you going to come into a political party and be sexually active with somebody? When you have sex, those crosses the lines, because then emotions get involved. So that's my first thought. Did you fuck her? Because that may cause issues down the line. Then we have victory. Oh no, honey. You said yes, of course. We're Scorpios. That's funny. Although you are aware of your sexual self, in my opinion, because if this is, of course, my opinion, is you don't fuck everybody. Because I know my shit is good, and I'm not going to give it out to everybody. So, I know when to hold back, Mr. Scorpio. Do you? Because sometimes when you use that tool with the wrong person, it could cause some damage. Ooh, but did you select well with somebody that you work with? Ooh. Are you fucking to get your way up? Ah, we like to say that to women. But are you? Ooh. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Have fun with me. I'm high. Shit. Joke with me. Joke with me. Let's see what we have next. Ooh, look at you in your single sense. Look at you. You're the 9. And of course, we're going to verify these cards. And I'm just pulling them out and getting the vibes. And then we're going to verify. So we could be here all day. King of Cups. Ooh. Deliver my abilities. Ooh. I like this the way that came out. Deliver my abilities. I like the way that came out. Deliver my abilities. I told you, I'm going to have fun with y'all today. Shit. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm supposed to be working. Of course I love to. It looks like you like to contribute. There you go. You contributed very well. We got the Three of Stones coming up. Looks like you are definitely being known for your abilities. Because the 3 is also, you know, being sitting there like, yeah, that's what I did. You see what I did? Uh-oh. So I guess you are definitely being acknowledged for your abilities. Ooh. That's right. What do we have next? Ooh. See, this is a good 2. This is change that you need to balance. And didn't you say you are upgrading in a politician's area? So this is a good change that you need to balance. You know, a different 2 didn't come up. You making a decision, yada, yada, yada. This is something that is supposed to be incorporated into your life. It's a change that you need to balance. And then we have the 4 cups at the bottom. Alrighty, what are we going to use today? Alright, let's load this little bit up with these little ones. So, wondering why you're in this 5 of Stones stance. Let's see why you're in this 5 of Stones stance. And I like to pull 3 cards, so we're going to pull 3 cards. Oh, we have the 3 of Cups. Well, there goes the Prince of Swords with 7. That. And this is just to reiterate what you already said. I know, right? So with the 5 of Stones, we got the 3 of Cups. You've already joined into the situation. But it's good because everything is flowing as it should. Because, of course, we said that with the 5, you were holding back. But you weren't being left out in the cold. You feel like it because it's something new to you. But you're not. And as you go ahead and put into that work, you'll notice that everything will flow as it should. Then we have the Prince of Swords. This is a fast, direct communication. So I'm going to say always be fast and direct with your communication. But watch out for lies. And this is what you're cautious about. And that's why you're doing all that. You're doing something. Lying, stealing, cheating. I'm not going to say you're lying. I'm not going to say you're stealing. I'm not going to say you're cheating. But you're cautious. And I bet you any money you're doing some type of spying. And that's only because you're cautious. And that's why you're fully not giving in. That's why it's the 5. There's reasons to be cautious. I'm always cautious. I got issues. Like, why you say hi to me today? You ain't never say hi to me no other day. Why today you pick to say hi to me today? I got issues. What you want from me? Only time you call me. And then we had a Queen of Stones. follow with the Empress. There goes that death again. And the Queen, excuse me, Princess of Wands. So with these two female energies that came up, the only thing I could think about is that I need you to be a little bit more feminine and have a little bit more passion. Why you think that? Why you think that she's going to be the Empress today? I want to know your opinion. Why do you want that Scorp to be your... why do you want that Empress to be your Scorp? Is she above you in the ladder? Is she equal to you in the ladder? That's my question. Why do you want her? Oh, so it's your opinion. The Empress. And you said she's a Scorp, though. Does she have any kids? You really like her. Does she tickle your funny bone? You're entitled to your opinion, and being that this is about you, we're going to have to go with the flow. And if that's what you want, that's what you shall have, as you wish. So, with some additional knowledge, this Queen of Stones, in my opinion, is going to be very similar to your Empress. And why do I say that? Because I think the Emperor is very similar to the King of Stones as well. But then we have the Death card here. Some change is going to happen with her. Okay, well, that's good. But the two Scorpios get me. And you have to keep in mind that in my head, I don't like that Scorpio match. At least not for myself. But it seems to be working for you. But regardless of the fact, there's going to be some change that happens. And you said soon she'll be making more money than you, which might put her some fire up under her and make her have some more passion. I'm hoping that passion is coming towards you. Because a change is coming. And a change is also coming with you because the Death card came up as well. So as this hold on. You're 39 and she's 20? And you fucked her? Am I getting that clear? You're 39. Oh, then what did I get wrong? Because you got, 20 November Scorpio. Who cares about money? It's not about what she earns. It's all about her level. Because you can earn a lot and you still can't be at my level. You can earn all the money at the word, but you're not at my level mentally. Who says we're equal? What makes you think we're equal? Okay. So mentally, she's there with you? Like spiritually, mentally? When I get in relationships, there you go. You got to have some type of connection like that. Because if you don't, it's like, whoa, what is pointless? She's the 20th of November. She has a 13-year-old son. There you go. Have you learned about her moon? Is my first question. I hope so. And then we have the universe with this death card. Followed by the Fool. And the Five of Wands. Ooh. So it looks like there's going to be some change coming. Y'all might be separated for a moment in time. Do y'all travel? Scientists. Do you travel? Because we have the universe that's going to come up with this death. And the first thing that comes to my mind is, are y'all worlds apart? Will there be travel sometime in the future? And then we have the Fool. So as you're going through this transformation, you're going to have to take a step in a new direction. Whether this be you or her. And whatever that step, oh, I was getting ready to say we're going to have chaos next. Some type of chaos is going to be happening. Because you have the Fool. But whatever chaos is going to happen, it's still going to be victorious. Because you have the Six of Wands next. So that's a good thing. So to verify the Six of Wands, you have the High Priestess. Followed by the Two of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. Well, right there, that's a red flag for you. Because it clearly, the way you say it is like you don't want any kids. Do you have any kids? But what about you? Do you have any kids? Ah. Let me educate you a little something, honey. When I'm dealing with a man who doesn't have any kids, that's my first thought. Is if he wants to have kids. If that is a person that you want to have a child with, that you want to spend a lifetime with, the only thing she wants to do is pass down your legacy. That's my opinion. You don't have any kids? And as a Scorpio, we love deep. And to find a Scorpio that doesn't have any kids, but you're not sure, that lets me know that you shouldn't be there. I don't think it's a relationship that you should stay in, because that's always going to be in the back of your mind. And what's going to happen is, although you're going to say that you don't want to have no kids, in the back of her mind, she's thinking that she's not the one. Regardless of what is discussed, she's not the one, because you don't want to have a child with her. You don't have any kids. And that's the thought coming from me, because that's what I would think in a situation as such. I'm dealing with somebody and they don't want to have any kids. They don't have any kids. And I of course want to have another one. And that other person doesn't. And like you said, your clock is ticking too. Look how old you are with no kids. But is that the person you want to have a child with? Is the main answer. And right now, that's your red flag. That's your red flag. That's you. That's all in a nutshell. All in a nutshell. You shouldn't be with her. If you don't want to have no kids, it's time to move on. Because you're just wasting time. You need to be single. That's the next card. And to verify that, we have the Prince of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and Lust. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe you need to be single for some time. Because you fully haven't loved yourself. No, 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 no. The Lust card in this particular deck, it just says lust. But the main definition of this is strength. Is although you feel lustful, the universe is telling you again to have strength, because this is a strength card. This is not the lust card. This is a strength card. It says lust, I'm sorry, but it depicts a strength card in the original tarot decks. And I like that because to you, I'm going to say, although it may feel lustful, you need to have strength within the situation. And with the situation at hand, right, and with the situation at hand, you don't want to have any kids. Then we have the Prince of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Right now, you need to be more emotional and give her the message, and do it in a feminine manner, because there's a message that you have to give her, because clearly she's not what you want. She doesn't tickle your funny bone. She doesn't change your thought process. And that lets me know that she's not what you want. There goes another red flag. My opinion. In life, you have to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you're just going to keep the door open for somebody to take advantage of you because you let them. And you have to know yourself enough to know that that is a situation that you don't want to be a part of. Because if I'm not mistaken, you already said she had some blowouts before. This is the one that's coming to you saying that she wants to marry you, and then she pulls back. Am I hearing you correctly? That's why she keeps on pulling back. It's because you still don't want that fucking kid. She wants a kid. Oh, so you see, yeah. See? Why is she trying to hook line you in? What do you got that she wants? Why is she trying to hook line you in? Other than a kid, what else do you bring to the table? And then you have the King of Cups. And to verify that, we have the Five of Cups, followed by Justice, and the Two of Wands. What you mean, why you? Because you ain't say the words that you need to say to let the shit go. If there is no communication, which clearly there's no communication at all. I got cups, I got wands, I got coins, but I don't have a lot of communication. And the communication that is here is not good. So why are you still keeping? See, that's the thing, is you haven't made up your mind to move on and cut the situation out. And that's why you're in the Ten of Cups. I mean, the King of Cups. King of Cups, he doesn't show his emotion. He doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve. And then you have the Five of Cups, which tells me you're crying over spilled milk. But at the end of the day, you need to get rid of that situation. Because you will be crying over spilled milk. Because justice is coming. This is adjustment. And there's going to be some type of balance with truth. Then move. Be honest with her. Because, okay, here we go. You so worried about somebody else's karma. Let me tell you a little. I say crying over spilt milk. You know, it is I guess it's a term here, crying over spilled milk. I like to say, don't worry about it. And you need to be truthful with your situation. If you don't get out of the situation, you're just going to be stuck. Because you already know how you feel. It's easier said than done. But clearly it's with somebody that you don't want. You're going to be feeling like you shouldn't do it, but you should. You should let it go. This is a Five of Cups. Let it go. Because it's going to have people in situations, and a choice needs to be had. So next is Justice. And then you have the Two of Wands. Now you can see both directions. You just need to choose a path. So you clearly see both directions. Focus. There we go. Focus. You see both directions. You just need to choose a path. But do it in a loving way. That's because you're unsure of yourself. At the end of the day, it's not what you want. Because if you want it, you will be rushing. Not even that. You would show you're pulling back in every way. You're pulling back left and right. You keep on saying, but you telling me how you really feel. And not her. And at the end of the day, you just need to move on. Especially if you have a way to get away, but you work with her. Now, did I get that right? You work with her, right? Then we have the 3 of coins. Now that's work. So what kind of work do you need to put in, and where does that work need to go? Then we have the Chariot. That's not saying if you work with her or not. Oh, then that's cool. You don't work with her, so you ain't got to worry about shit. Oh, so she really doesn't matter. She really doesn't matter. So you can let her go and move on and not have to worry about your job being affected in any type of way. So that's why I said earlier, it's okay that you get these ends by different people because you were meant to be there. So you have to understand that some people stay in your life for a season, and that this season has passed. You gave me my up that I needed. There's clearly no communication. It's time to let go. And that's why you need truth and clarity. So you need to be honest with her up front and let go. Don't worry about that. At the end of the day, you have to be upfront and honest. Because dealing with a Scorpio woman, I like people who are more upfront and honest with me to give me a chance to make a decision to move on. And that's what I want you to do for her, is sit down with her, let her know that this situation is not for you and you want to leave on good terms. I'm being honest with you, giving you my information so we can separate, without any issues. I don't mind being your friend, but a lover is not what I want at this time. But when you connect, you have to when you disconnect, you have to disconnect emotionally with her. It needs to be a black and white issue. I'm cutting you off, but I'm your friend. Depending on how close your relationship is, you can be cordial in her presence, but don't cross that line. The minute you cross that line, it's like whatever you said just went out the door. So when you open up and when you tell her the information that she needs to know, so you can move on without having the weight on your shoulders as well, because this is things that you don't care to have in your life right now. You don't want to worry about kids. This is not a child you want to have kids with. Not a lady you want to have kids with. And that's another thing, is you're keeping yourself, you're letting yourself be there for other people. You're putting yourself in a position to have them come to you for help. And look, you got an issue with that. See, I done seen 3 red flags already in one day. Like, yo, you need to move on. And you refuse to. What? And you refuse to. To follow that, we got the Lovers. 8 of Wands. Doing my shoes, if someone came to you and proposed but then changes their mind in a matter of minutes. The minute it happened, oh, I'm not somebody you need to be with. I would say, yo, you crazy, I got to go. Stop calling me with the bullshit. Let her know. You have to be blunt with people. See, you're too submissive. You're being submissive in a position. And you need to be the dominant one. Because I don't have time for the bullshit. How you going to say you want to marry me and then say no? See, I already was in that position. My dumb ass got married and down the line I was like, fuck this bullshit. I'm getting a divorce. Because this is not the attitude. This is not the situation that I want to be in. Now, that caused some motherfucking issues. Talking about all that fucking trouble trying to get out of it. Like, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? It takes me that long to get out of it, but this long to get into it? Are you fucking kidding me? I should have said toodaloo to this a long time ago, but I didn't understand who I was. I was still learning my... Tell her no. I would tell her no. You got to be the man. You got to stand up for what you want, what you don't want. There you go. And that's right. Put it on her. What would you do if somebody came to you and said that shit? Like what? But you also said that she was frisky, didn't you? Ain't that the same one you said was frisky? Anyways, now to verify this 3 of coins. We got the Chariot with the Lovers and fast communication. The Chariot with the Lovers and... Right. That's why you got to let go. But you got to find the best way to do it for you, because what worked for me may not work for you. Oh wait, that's something else I learned in this situation, is at the end of the day, you have to be who you truly are. And you have to cut ties your way, not my way. But it's definitely a tie that you need to cut, because it's clearly something that you don't want. You've already said to me 3, 4 flags. That's flags on the play. If this was a game, what would happen? You're out. And that's how you need to treat your life. Oh, look at that narcissist. That's the first thing come to my mind. Look at that narcissist. Look at that. Coming to apologize for what? You did nothing but show your true colors, and that's something that I don't want. Oh, you coming to me with that bullshit. Oh, well, let me show you what I do to that bullshit. Because clearly you don't need it. And there's a balance that you need to change, and maybe this is a balance that you need to change. So let's see what else they got to say about your balance that you need to change. Well, what wanted to pop out was the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe that may mean something. Main question is the wheel going to turn in your favor or not? Then we have you holding back. You got to cut ties the best way you can. Don't respond when she texts. Ask her nicely once. You know, I'm going to call this over with. Don't talk to me. See, you know more about your situation than you do. Than I do. And I don't like to get involved in politics. And I don't know how much involved you are in politics. But the wheel's going to be changing. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. And you're going to be holding back. Go to fucking 2 of Cups. Now I'm lost. You got the 2 of Cups. So with this balance that's going to be changed, the fortune may turn in your favor. So depending on how you talk about things, the fortune may be in your favor. It's going to have you holding back. And you're going to be holding back that Two of Cups. But let's see what this Four of Cups is. You're holding back and then the Two of Cups show up. And I don't really like that Two of Cups. Because you need to let her know in a loving way. Yeah. And to verify that Four, we got the Moon. Followed by Strength. There goes Strength again. Yeah, See, and that's what you're doing. You keep on holding back. You ain't opening up your mouth. There goes that Strength again, and there goes a Hierophant. Now with the Four of Cups, you're clearly looking at her like you don't want to take her. You already see it in yourself. And with the Moon here, that's telling me that you need to be who you truly are. The Moon is the most deep down, the most that you are. This is the inner you that you're holding back. And with you having that Four of Cups, the universe is saying that you need to show who you truly are and be honest with yourself as well as honest with her. And to follow that is the Strength card again. See? You thought the Lust. This is how I know. See the same number? It ain't the same number. Oh, well, fuck it. Anyways. The universe is telling you to have strength. Because in this picture, I'm going to say that you don't want to get married to this woman. Look at that face. And look at that face. You clearly don't want to get married to her. And that's a Hierophant. Then you have a Two of Cups. I'm sorry. This is a Prince of Cups. With the Two of Swords. The Empress. And the Ace of Swords. So with that, I'm going to say, you need to come with her message. Come with her. Come to her with a message as a page. And let her know that that's a love that you no longer want. And I'm hoping that with your truthful communication, there will be peace with the Two of Wands. And of course, as you said, she will continue to be the Empress that she is. No, the Two of Swords in this deck is peace. But at the end of the day, it's a decision that you need to make. And you're blindfolded to that decision because you can't see what you see. It's you know it and you choose not to see it. Because all you have to do is take off that mask and say what you need to. And hopefully with that truthful communication, you will have a great beginning. And with that, I'm going to have to let you go because I know you can clearly hear him whining. I think he has to use the bathroom because that's the only time he whines. Yeah, see, he's whining. So with that being said, you need to have the courage, my dear sir, to be truthful in your communication. You take it easy there. I got to go walk my doggy. You be safe. You want me to delete this or you want me to keep this up? Love you too. You want me to delete this or keep it up? I'll keep it up.